I got into a fight recently in a vegan cupcake shop in Brooklyn. Not my proudest moments. I walked in. I've been jogging because I live in Brooklyn and it's the law. And I walked in, I said to the person behind the counter, I said, "Hi, can I have a cup of tap water, please?" And he said, "We only sell cupcakes." And I said, "My middle name is David." And he said, "What?" And I said, "Oh, I'm sorry, I thought we were taking turns saying things that aren't relevant to the things that come before them." Like, I'll buy a cupcake, but I'd also like a glass of tap water. And he said, "We only sell cupcakes. It's our philosophy." And I was like, I studied philosophy. It was very expensive. And no one ever mentioned cupcakes. And he said, "Well, we only sell cupcakes and cupcake products, so I suggest you leave if you're not interested in cupcake or cupcake products." And I said, "What is a cupcake product?" He said, "Well, we sell the tops and the bottoms of the cupcakes individually, and we sell the frosting as a shot. We sell a deconstructed cupcake, and we sell different ingredients for vegan cupcakes." And I said, "What are the ingredients in a vegan cupcake?" And he said, "Sugar." And I said, "What else?" And he said, "Flour." And I said, "What else?" And he leans over the counter and he raises a single eyebrow and he just goes, "Cupcakes." And I was like, "What else?" And he went, "Just cupcake." Have you ever been in a customer service situation and you feel yourself crossing the line from victim to absolute lunatic? I am standing at a counter in a vegan cupcake place, and I am screaming, "I'm not leaving here until I get a glass of tap water!" And the manager came out and he's like, "Is there a problem?" Like, "You bet your butt there's a problem. Your employee." And he cuts me off and he goes, "That's not an employee." And I was like, "He doesn't work here?" And he goes, "He works here, but we don't call them employees." And then I was angry about a whole new thing. I'm so upset. I'm like tremoring. I'm like, "What do you call them?" What do you call a muffin artist or something like that? I worked at a KFC. No one ever referred to me as like a chicken technician or anything. And the guy goes, "Sir, that's a brand ambassador." Yeah, like it was a position approved by Congress or something. "That's a brand ambassador, and we only sell cupcakes and cupcake components. So if you're not interested in that, I suggest you go." And I'm like, "You don't have any water?" And he went, "Nowhere on premises." And I'm like, "You have no water?" And he's like, "We have no water." And I was like, "You don't have water anywhere in the store." He's like, "We have no water anywhere in the store." And very calmly, I was like, "I'll light this whole place on fire! I want you trying to put it out with just cupcake!" Whoa! Yeah, this is my first time. My first time in Australia, and it's awesome. I have a job. I get to travel now. My first job before I did this, I worked at KFC. Yeah, thank you. I worked at KFC for 3 weeks, which is the longest anyone has ever worked at a KFC. I have a pension, and what you're supposed to do when someone walks into a KFC is say, "Can I help you?" The KFC that I worked at was in New York City's Penn Station, and I worked the 1 a.m. to 8 a.m. shift. At 1 o'clock in the morning in a fast food restaurant in a train station, "Can I help you?" is not good customer service. It's a promise you can't keep. This woman came in once, and she was at least 350 pounds. And she, by the way, I'm sorry, I know you guys use kilograms. She was like a bazillion kilograms. Or, it's harder in the UK, because there they use like, that's right, there they use stones. So it had to be like, this woman came in, she was 4 boulders. And she gets to the front, and by the way, I didn't mind people who were unhappy who came into KFC. It's part of the job. I preferred that to people who pretended it was a real restaurant. People who would come in with the same expression, they're like, And they'd say things like, "What's the healthiest thing on the menu?" And I'd be like, "Leaving, that's the healthiest thing." This woman came in once, enormous, this lady. And like, it's unhappy, but I'm used to unhappy people. I preferred them. But this one, she gets to the counter, and I said, "Can I help you?" She went, "I don't know, can you?" I was like, yeah, of course, we have chicken. And I was like, "What would you like to eat?" And she went, "I don't know." And I was like, "Well, what are you feeling?" Which is also the wrong question. Because she goes, "Well, I'm tired, and I'm homesick, and I miss my family. What do you think I should get, you little asshole?" And because I was like 17 and I had no other training and no other options, I was like, "If you miss your family, we have a family bucket you can get." I miss working at KFC a tiny bit. I miss the face-to-face. I cared about my customers. I treat my customers like I treat my ladies. They always come first. Or leave disappointed holding a bag of chicken. And it's weird because sometimes I get crappy customer service and I don't understand, because like all of us have done bad jobs, and sometimes you meet an unhappy person. Like, I got into a fight this summer in a vegan cupcake shop in East London. I walked in, I was really sweaty. I'd been jogging. It was summer, and I said to the guy behind the counter, I said, "Could I have a glass of tap water, please?" And he said, "We only sell cupcakes." And I said, "My middle name is David." And he said, "What?" And I said, "Oh, I'm sorry, I thought we were taking turns saying things that aren't relevant to the things that come before them." So I'm like, "I'll buy a cupcake, but I'd like a free glass of tap water." And the guy said, "We only sell cupcakes. That's our philosophy." I was like, "I studied philosophy in college. No one ever mentioned cupcakes." The guy said, "We only sell cupcakes. Unless it's a cupcake or part of a cupcake." He explains they sell the top and the bottom of the cupcake individually, or the frosting as a shot. It's one of these places. He goes, "We only sell cupcakes. Unless it's a cupcake or part of a cupcake or a cupcake product, I can't help you." And he looks down like the conversation's done. The conversation's not done. I was like, "Excuse me, mate. What goes into a cupcake?" And the guy's like, "What?" I said, "What are the ingredients in a vegan cupcake when you can't use milk?" And the guy said, "Sugar." And I said, "What else?" And the guy said, "Flour." And I said, "What else?" And the guy looked at me, and after a few seconds, he just went, "Cupcake." Have you ever been in a situation and you feel yourself crossing the line from victim to lunatic? I'm leaning against the counter in a vegan cupcake place in London, and I'm screaming at someone, I'm not leaving here until I get a glass of tap water. And the manager comes out. He's like, is there a problem? Like, you bet your butt there's a problem. Your employee. And he cuts me off and he goes, that's not an employee. And I was like, he doesn't work here? And he goes, he works here. We just don't call them employees. And then I was angry about a whole new thing. And I did that thing where you start talking so low because you cannot believe what the fuck is happening right in front of your face. I was like, what do you call them? Muffin artists or some shit like that? And the guy said, sir, that's a brand ambassador. And we don't have any water, so I suggest you. And I said, you don't have any water? He goes, no. I said, you only sell cupcakes? He said, we only have cupcakes. And I said really calmly, I'll light this whole place on fire and watch you try to put it out with just cupcake. Guys, thank you so much for having me. Enjoy the rest of the festival. I'm Edelman.